Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga, Ecstatic Chant. I am Grace. So glad you're here. You can go to ecstaticyoga.studio or oneworldcommunity.com for more information on our yoga trainings and retreats. Let's talk about Ecstatic Chant. Ecstatic Chant is a path to spiritual liberation. It is a path to self-realization through chant, mantra, and song. And it is a heartfelt devotional chanting that opens us up to deeper and more expansive states of oneness with our divine true nature, our infinite self, and the God of our understanding. Ecstatic chant leads us to a more intimate, a more loving and devotional personal relationship with the infinite self and God of our understanding. Ecstatic chant is experiential rather than intellectual, giving us the opportunity to authentically experience deep, heartfelt love and devotion for the divine within all, and the divine of our understanding. Ecstatic chant is a journey immersed with love and devotion, experiencing a deep oneness with all that is. Ecstatic chant includes Sanskrit chanting, spontaneous chanting, spiritual chanting, personal chanting, and chants from many different spiritual and religious paths all around the world. Ecstatic chant is for all beings. It's for beginners and advanced, and it invites everyone to create their own heartfelt chant, whether it is spontaneous or it is planned out and structured. It can be spoken in any language. It can be song or simply words. That was Xander. Sung or created through spontaneous sounds, or it can come from a personal poem or spiritual writings through spiritual texts. Ecstatic chant is a form of chanting derived from an ancient traditional yogic practice called Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of love and devotion. Bhakti Yoga, let's talk a little bit about Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti means devotion or love. Selfless devotion and recognition of the divine within all things. We chant and sing with our hearts. And we sing and chant and create mantras from a place of love and devotion to a personal deity, to the omnipresent divine source within all that is, to any endeavor that inspires us. Bhakti Yoga is a yogic path with practices to unite the Bhakti yogi student with the divine universal principle. Bhakti Yoga is a direct path unifying mind, body, and soul for a deep and direct experience of oneness with the divine source within all. The word bhakti is derived from Sanskrit roots, bhaj, translated as to serve God. Bhakti Yoga is one of the four main yogic paths to enlightenment. The four paths to enlightenment, or moksha, spiritual liberation and self-realization, are Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of love and devotion, Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge and self-study, Karma Yoga, the yoga of action, and Raja Yoga, the yoga of meditation. In Ecstatic Chant, we will use ancient mantras from many traditions, as well as spontaneous chanting from our hearts. Many of the traditional mantras are from Sanskrit, an ancient language that arose from Hinduism. However, any chant can do, as long as it is filled with love and devotion. It is not as important that you know the exact meaning of the words chanted, as it is the feeling of devotion and love felt deeply within the heart. Mantra. Let's talk about what a mantra is for a moment. The word mantra is derived from the Sanskrit language. Manas means mind, and tra means tool or projection. It can mean to project the mind into reality, oneness, infinity, divine principle. A mantra is a sacred word, a sound or phrase that is spoken, chanted, or sung repeatedly as a tool of concentration for the mind during meditation or spiritual practice. And this is whether it is silent meditation or meditative chanting out loud. The concentration in single focus brings our mind to stillness and silent awareness of what we truly are as divine beings. Mantras can be used in both meditation or celebration for spiritual awakening, spiritual celebration, and a deeper, more intimate connection to spirit, divine principle, the God of your understanding. Mantras have been used by humanity since ancient times. Each mantra is a powerful, positive affirmation that resonates with a high spiritual vibrational frequency that immerses every molecule within our body with divine spiritual light, truth, and pure love. There are different ways to chant, and let's talk about those. One of the ways chanting can be used is chanting for simply listening. Many religious chants and spiritual chants, Christian chants, Sufi chants from monks and spiritual beings are transformative by listening and receiving the spiritual transmission. However, spiritual chants have arisen from many spiritual paths and religions around the world. They are often repetitive. They are from sacred texts often, or sacred poems, and seduce our minds into higher spiritual realms through the sacred vibrations and are received and felt deeply within the heart. Receiving spiritual vibrations and sacred energy is a passive process, and it requires an openness of mind, body, and heart. The vibrational frequencies of the sacred chants immerse every molecule of the being, transforming any heavier energies or darker energies or stuck energies within us into openness and light. Chants for listening can be played as background music in your home, your place of work, your place of worship, in schools, in yoga studios, anywhere. And they can be used to raise the vibration and bring peace and spiritual light into the space. These types of chants are also great during silent meditations by raising the energy and creating a sacred environment for the person or people meditating. There is another form of chanting called call and response, or kirtan chanting. Call and response chanting can be a one-on-one or in a group practice. Call and response chanting is often done as a kirtan, Sanskrit chanting and singing. And it's inviting all parties to participate in a call and response, repeating together sacred mantras and sacred words and phrases. Kirtan is a simple and powerful form of meditation, spiritual practice, and prayer, as well as a practice of love and devotion. Bhakti Yoga. There is usually a leader or leaders who chant the mantra first, and all other present are invited to repeat the mantra back. This can be done in spoken word, in singing, and with the kirtan, there may be several leaders who are musicians facilitating the practice. When a large group of people practice kirtan, the call and response chanting, this form of practice can be a powerful group activity, bringing powerful healing vibrations into the space that benefit all who are present. Even those who choose to sit in silent meditation in the space simply and positively receive those vibrations. Group call and response is a wonderful, joyous, and fun way to bring community together in celebration and devotion with the purpose of bringing in divine energies. The musical frequencies and vibrations do all the work. As the participants open to give and receive and flow with the melodies, the vibrations, and rhythms of the sacred chants. Both the leaders of the kirtan and those attending create the energetic experience together as one. Often, spontaneous dancing will accompany a kirtan or group chanting experience. Another form of chanting is spontaneous chanting. Spontaneous chanting is an unmemorized, unprepared, spontaneous arising that invites and allows spirit to speak and sing through you from the heart. It will be different every time you chant. It may be similar, but it's always a little different, and different styles will arise as uniquely as we each are individually as human beings. Sometimes spontaneous chanting is done in the language that is spoken, and other times the chants are simply sounds of an unknown language or no language at all. A spontaneous prayer may arise, or a spontaneous message of unknown meaning or origin. Yet always the chants are received from the heart and given from the heart. Spontaneous chanting is a complete letting go of the ego, letting go of the intellectual mind, letting go of the need to control and plan, and allowing spirit to take over, to chant and sing through you. It takes trust and courage because you have no idea what will come through, whether or not it will sound good, or if others will like it or not, if you're chanting with others present. However, trust and surrender are the keys to spontaneous chanting. Letting go of the need to know, letting go of the need to control, and simply surrendering and opening up to allow a deeper part of yourself to share and express through you. Spontaneous chanting also brings a vibrational tune-up for the one who is chanting and anyone receiving the chants, because the sounds and the vibrations and the energies are coming from a deeper, higher, vibrational, more expanded state and space than our normal, everyday consciousness. I began spontaneously chanting in 2016. And for many years since, I have only chanted in my bathtub, alone, and at a handful of small events. It is my intention to sing and chant more often. However, it is new to me. I have never taken singing lessons or played an instrument, even as a child. Therefore, as I build my courage as an adult and surrender to spirit, I will open up to whatever the divine light calls me to do. Spontaneous chanting is a way to spread love and light into the world in a playful and fun way, where you cannot get it wrong. You don't need to memorize phrases. You don't need to know any foreign languages. You simply open your heart, allow sound to flow through your vocal cords with surrender and faith. No instruments are necessary, or you may do spontaneous chanting with many instruments. And many instruments can accompany any form of ecstatic chant. An ecstatic chanting experience can include any and all instruments. It can be played during a concert, a small gathering, or just a one-on-one or an alone experience. I have known spontaneous chanting with harmoniums, guitars, flutes, drums, you name it. Often the musicians will enter into the zone, finding a higher vibration that plays through them. These can be the most magical and transformative concerts or events, never to be repeated in energy or form again in time and space. Chanting as a form of prayer. Many chants have deep spiritual roots and meanings. Many are forms of prayers and devotions to the divine. Many spiritual Chants are from spiritual texts, spiritual and indigenous religious chants, sacred prayers and messages to and from the divine, the God of our understanding. Singing and chanting prayers to God, the God of your understanding, can powerfully open the heart and break down the ego. This softening of the defenses opens the devotee to more divine grace and spiritual awakening, an ever-expanding flowering of our consciousness. Some chants are from spiritual texts. Some are ancient songs and chants and meant to be sung as originally created thousands of years past, as the exact sequence of the prayer or chant, and are said to unlock doors and windows to the soul. Other chants are spontaneous prayers, living creations bringing forth new and powerful divine energies that open up new spiritual dimensions this planet Earth has never before experienced. Creating your personal chant. At any time and for any person and for any reason, you are free to create your own personal prayer or chant to the God of your understanding, to yourself, to a loved one, to land, to nature, to a past loved one living in another dimension. Creating your own personal prayer in the form of a chant or mantra is a powerful way to open your own heart, because it is your personal devotion arising from the depth of your wisdom heart and soul. It may come from a poem you have created in the past, or a song that arises in the now moment from your heart. There is no wrong way to create a chant for your heart, your personal practice, your personal journey. You may want to keep your personal chant to yourself or share it with others. It is always your choice. Your personal chant may be completely spontaneous, arising in the now, never to return, never to be similar ever again. Or you may want to simply create sounds, words, maybe messages ahead of time, and plan it and make it up and use it to an existing melody that matches the vibration, the message, and the energy of your chant. You may use a favorite song that's already been written and change the words, yet keep the melody. You may create your own melody and use a favorite poem from your favorite author. Or you may wish to speak your chant without music, simply as an affirmation and spoken empowerment statement for you. There are many ways to create a personal chant. Your chant doesn't need to be in perfect key. It will be perfect because it will be yours. It doesn't need to follow any rules of grammar or sentence structure. The only rule is to follow your heart. I invite you now to create your own personal mantra or chant, a unique message, prayer, or devotional to yourself, to a loved one, or the God of your understanding. It can be in words, sounds, it can be a poem, it can be in another language, it can be spoken or sung or hummed It can be long or short, no matter how you create it. Please only apply one principle: love and devotion. I will sing to you a spontaneous chant and a personal chant from 4 lines from a longer poem my beloved son John wrote to me on our very last Mother's Day we shared together when he was in the physical. I invite you to take the rest of this hour lesson to create your own chant inspired from your own heart, or a poem or message that speaks deeply to your heart and soul. I am going to begin with the chant from my beloved son John, and then I'll conclude with a spontaneous chant. I am, 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 I am. I am alive with your smile. I am, I am, I am. I am alive with your smile. I am, I am, I am. I am alive with your smile. I am, I am, I am. You've fulfilled our survival. I am, I am, I am. You've fulfilled our survival. I am, I am, I am. You've fulfilled our survival. I am, I am, I am. In times of your trials, I am, I am, I am. In times of your trials, I am, I am, I am. Your heart has known all the while. I am, I am, I am. Your heart has known all the while. I am, I am, I am. Your heart has known all the while. I am, I am, I am. 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 And now I will simply center myself and see what completely unplanned, spontaneously arises from me for a very short, spontaneous chant. Ete no akene ete 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 kino ane ete ete no akone ete 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 no akone ete ete aonte kane mate sunde ete aone kene mate ete ahone kene mate seya ete amone kene ate ete ahone kene mate ete amone kene ate. I invite you now to create your own personal chant, mantra, spoken, sung, from a poem, spontaneously, from a sacred text, just sounds. At this time, to finish up our time, I'm so grateful that you're here. I am Grace. You can go to ecstaticyoga.studio or oneworldcommunity.com for more information on our yoga teacher trainings and retreats. And I wish you a most beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.